Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Euphoria Podcast, where mind and matter are one. So, okay. Look, let me get this right now. Okay, I didn't post last week. We didn't post last week, and you know what? That's okay. That's okay, because, anyways, so today is a little bit of a rant. This is the very first episode where we are actually on a topic. Don't look too much at my nails, they're broken. Anyways, this is the first episode where we're actually on a topic of something. So, yay. Now, today's topic is manifestation, the law of assumption, the law of attraction, blah, 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 everything and anything, or whatever you call it. If you call it the universe, or if you call it God, if you call it Buddha, if you call it Jehovah, if you call it whatnot, I don't care who you call it. It all applies to the same power. It's all the same thing. Anyways, so I asked ChatGPT to generate me a list of key topics and key points that I can talk about, because God knows that if I rant for too long, I can get off topic. So the first thing whatever, generated was why I'm done playing small. Now that one, I never really thought about it, because I'm like, how do you play small with manifesting? Like, you just do it. Like, how do you play small? But I get a lot of people, like, when they are saying, oh, I'm going to manifest a man, I'm going to manifest a job, I'm going to manifest this and this and this. I think about it, I'm like, yeah, that is kind of small, because when you are manifesting and you are literally creating your reality as you see it and as you see fit, you are literally choosing which reality you are living in. And you choose a reality where you have to go to work, choose a reality where you have to be with just one man and not five. not not literally, but like, come on. Like, I always be like, okay, like, yeah, I'm just gonna manifest something small, because I don't want like it to be too big, because then people are gonna ask questions. Let them ask questions. Let them wonder. Let them be curious. But you keep your mouth shut. You keep your mouth shut. You keep your dirty mouth shut. Because eventually, I feel like the law of attraction, the law of assumption, the law of the universe finds people selectively. Like, it works for everybody, sure, but it is meant to find people selectively. So if the law of assumption, the law of attraction, manifesting, robotic affirming, scripting, whatever came up on your feed one time, it was meant to be there. It was placed there strategically by the universe, God, Jehovah, Buddha, whoever you pray to. It was placed there strategically, momentarily. It was there for you. And if it was like a video on your For You page, or if it was a video on your Instagram page, or if it was a video on YouTube, if it was this podcast, literally, I was meant to be here for you. I was meant to talk about this. You are meant to hear it. So what I want to say about playing it small with manifestation is that you guys are too patient. Y'all are too patient. I can't be patient. I'm sorry, but I am not a patient person. Okay, I am not a patient person. Can you guys see like the light ring in my eyes? Because I know it's probably like reflecting, but it's okay. I am not a patient gal. I am not patient. No. I want it now. When I want something, I want it this instant, right now. I want it now. So instead of waiting for crap to align, waiting for your energy to align, because I know a lot of influencers say that, like, oh, you have to like align with your desires, you have to like do this, do that, blah blah blah, you have to stay happy, be positive. No, stay happy, be positive. In this life, it's hard to be happy. In this economy, it's hard to be happy. So you have to find some kind of heavy emotion, some kind of powerful emotion that you know you feel all the time, and manifest from that. Instead of waiting for stuff to align, just decide that you have it, and that is enough. That is enough. You don't need to do all these methods. You don't need to look up all of the quickest, fastest, most powerful methods of manifestation. And yeah, sure, you can do the methods if you want to. Actually, you can, but they aren't going to do anything. They aren't. No method is going to work if you don't believe or if you don't put in the power and the energy to make it work. Methods are tools. Methods are tools, not manifestors. You are the manifester. You are the God. You are the creator. You are this. You are that. You are this. Whatever you want to put on title. If you don't want to put God or creator on your title, that's fine. That's fine. That is completely fine. You don't have to necessarily see yourself as God. You don't have to normally see yourself as the creator of all things. You can just see yourself as the creator of your reality, and that is it. You can just see yourself as the creator of your circumstance, and that is it. You don't have to be the creator of life. You don't have to be the creator of all things. You get what I mean? Like, you don't have to align or title yourself like that. Now, I'm gonna say this now. If you are Christian, or if you are Buddhist, if you are Islamic, if you are Muslim, if you are whatever, blah, blah, blah. You practicing spirituality, manifestation, law of assumption, whatnot, is not a sin. Unless your religion's rules say it is. It is not. I promise. It's not a sin. It is simply just coming to earth, because we all came to earth with a purpose. But when we got to earth, we forgot. We forgot what the purpose is. Now, a lot of people are like, okay, like, my soul, it came to earth with a purpose, but why earth? I know, why earth? I don't know either, babe. I don't know either. You chose to come here for some reason, and now you have to go through life, not to struggle and not to go through lessons, not to find hardship, cause and effect. You are here to remember. You are here to remember. Remember your purpose. Remember your energy. Remember who you are. Remember where you came from. Remember what you can do. Remember your power. That is what you came here to do. You didn't come here to struggle for, let's say, 100 years. You live here. You live on this earth for 100 flipping years. Max/minimum. Because who knows? You might go past that. Hopefully you go past that. But you live on this earth for an average 100 years. And you want to live life that entire, let's say, 50 years suffering? I will never understand that. Because me personally, I get my nails done. Okay, they're broken right now, but I get my nails done at least every 2 weeks, every 2 to 3 weeks. I'm not digging for anything. I'm not digging. Emotionally, energetically, physically, I'm not digging for anything. So when you are saying, oh, I want this, but I have to work really hard for it, or I want to get in my dream job, or I want to get in my dream college, but I have to do this, do this, do this, do this, and this, you are basically contradicting the fact that you want it. Because if you're working so hard for it, like physically, and getting nowhere, you don't really want it. You have not energetically or spiritually decided that you want it. And whatever religion you follow, once you energetically decide that you want that, whomever your God is, whomever you pray to, has no choice but to comply with that. And I'm not a religious person, so I don't label myself as Christian. I'm simply just spiritual. That's it. That's it. That's how I label myself. I'm spiritual. Okay. So I am all things divine timing. I am all things the universe. I am all things law of assumption, law of attraction, manifestation, blah, 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 creator, fill in the blank. I am all things. I am a universal being, I guess. I'm not saying that I'm not Christian, but I'm not saying that I am. I'm not saying that I'm not Muslim, but I'm not saying that I am. I'm not saying that I actually am Muslim, because, I don't wear a hijab. I'm not like a full Muslim, but I'm just saying, like, if you have a specific person that's like, hey, I believe in so and so, I'm going to be like, oh, that's cool. Me too. Because I believe in the universe. I believe in universally all gods. I am the universal God. Not me, but like, I believe that in the universal God, which is the universe or higher being or whatever. Because I don't like to say the word God, because it just makes it seem like the universe is superior to all beings, which it is not. No religious being is superior to all beings. They are all just one. So when I say universe or universal, I mean all things. When I say universal God, I mean all gods, all higher beings, all deities, whatever. Little disclaimer, because I know a lot of people are going to be in my comments talking about oh, Jesus is God. Y'all need to repent. Like, don't bring that all over here. Please don't bring that over here. There are people coming into this podcast with multiple different religions. There are more than 4,000 religions in the world. You will respect each and every one of them over here. You can go fuss about it on somebody else's page, but not over here. Thank you very much. Anyways, so law of assumption breakdown. A lot of people don't know what a law of assumption is. This might be your first time hearing it. If it's not, welcome back. I'm telling you exactly what you should already know. If you don't, and if you do, listen up again, because I probably, if you've heard it from all these other crappy influencers and all these other people who are trying to make you believe that the law of assumption is not instant, or be like, oh yeah, like the law of assumption is instant, but you have to wait for it to actually happen. Like, what's instant is the bridge of incidents. The bridge of incidents is, in their terms, it's the bridge that you cross to get to the manifestation. So when you first are like, hey, I want this, and now I am energetically and spiritually commanding that I want this, you are now stepping onto that bridge. But now you have to climb over the bridge, you have to get to the top of the bridge, you have to go back down the bridge. It's a whole thing, and that does not happen in the span of 5 minutes. To them, it happens in the spans of like a day or 2 or 3, and then you'll have it. But to me, that's not instant. To me, instant is when I say I want it, the next 2 seconds I get it. Okay? Now, for me, when I am manifesting, robotic affirming, blah, 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 whatever I do, I always get my manifestations within 3 days max. That's it. And it's because some things I actually do want to wait a little bit for, because it's like, okay, I want this, but I need time to prepare that I'm getting it. Okay. I know that I'm getting it. I know that it is mine, but I need some time to prepare my body and my mental state that I'm getting it. So then I'm like, okay, you can give it to me in 3 days. But anyways, law of assumption breakdown. If I say it's mine, it's mine. I don't need signs. I don't need permission. I don't need tests from God. I don't need it. And no, I don't need any of that. When I say it's mine, it's mine. End of story. End of conversation. End of decision. It's mine. So when I say, oh, I want $1 million, okay, it's yours. Simple as that. There's no need to go find all these methods and find the quickest method. I know there's this girl on Instagram. I think her name is like High Priestess something. It's something along those lines. And I follow her on Instagram, and she's really nice. Like, I love the content that she makes and everything. But you have to realize that, like, when videos like that come across your feed, that is not your sign to go tumbling and stacking methods on top of method on top of method on top of method to get your manifestation. That is not your sign to do that. All you need is one affirmation that you can constantly remember, 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. You can get 1 or 2 affirmations that you can constantly repeat in your head over and over again. And anytime you breathe, anytime you blink, anytime you do something mindless, like washing the dishes, cleaning the floors, cleaning your bathroom, whatever, anytime you're doing something that is mindless and easy, I want you to say that affirmation over and over and over again. It's called robotic affirming. Now, if you want to add, you don't have to focus on emotions, but if you want to add emotions, it's called emotional affirming. And yes, to me, emotional affirming does work a bit faster, I guess. Not going to say faster in a way like, oh, if you robotic affirm, it'll get it in like a day, but if you emotional affirm, it'll come in like 5 minutes. No, I'm not saying it like that. It's just something that helps you feel like it's already yours. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, and I get like a lot of people with like manifestation, they find it hard to believe it first until they actually see it. And that is exactly correct, because a lot of these manifestation gurus tell you, oh, you have to believe that you have it, or believe that you can get it, and then you'll get it. No, nobody got time for all that. Affirm, get it, believe. Stop putting belief as your top priority, because you're not going to believe it at first. You're not going to believe it. What I'm saying to you right now, you probably don't even believe me. But you know what? That's okay. That is okay. Because one, you're still watching, and that means a little part of you is like, maybe. So after this video, you can, or even while I'm talking, because this is a podcast, so you probably have me on in the background, but you can literally just pick a new belief, pick a new system, pick a new assumption. Like, I always get what I want when I want it. That's a belief. That's a belief. That's an assumption. Get that affirmation and repeat it in your head. And I'm talking so many times that this affirmation almost seems instant in your brain. Like, you've said it so many times that when you're not thinking, you automatically just go into robotic affirming habitually. Like, that is when you know that your subconscious mind has soaked that up as a habit to say, soaked that up as a belief, and now is ready to project that onto your life. We'll go deeper into that in a second. So, law of assumption is about being the version of you, me, who already has it, not begging the universe like a desperate little dog who's begging for food. Like, we're not begging and we're not desperate. And if you are, don't beg. Don't beg at all. Don't beg, period. Because what are you begging to? What are you begging to? Because the universe / you / God / Jehovah, whoever, they don't respond to begging. The universe doesn't respond to begging. It responds to command. The universe does not sit and test you. You are not waiting on the universe. The universe is waiting on you, babe. The universe is waiting on you, babe. And the fact that you realize, like, oh, when you have this assumption, and most of us, actually not even most of us, all of us, we manifest on habit since we came out of our mother's womb. Since the moment we became conscious and what manifestation is, we have been manifesting every single day of our lives. Every day. When you have an assumption, like when you wake up and you think, oh, I'm probably going to be late. Like, oh crap, I'm probably going to be late. And then you end up being late. It's because you assume that you were going to be late. So then you were going to be late. You know what I mean? So then when you're like going to the bus, if you're like, oh crap, I'm probably going to miss the bus, then you end up missing the bus. And it's not because God is laughing at you or testing you or the universe is mocking you. It's because you had an assumption, you had a command, and we followed through with it. They followed through with it. It's like, hey, okay, you think you're gonna miss the bus? Then there you go, you're gonna miss the bus. Like, it's literally just saying, hey, I'm listening to every little thing that you say. And when you speak it with energy and force, I'm going to create a reality where you live in that command. It's kind of simple. I don't know how else to explain it in a less simple way. It's like actually really simple. And once we come like, and I understand for some of us, once we come into like the consciousness of manifestation and consciousness of actually creating our reality, it's like nothing works. Like, what do you mean? Like, I've been affirming, I've been assuming, I've been doing all the things. So why isn't my manifestation coming? But because like when I affirmed before I was conscious, all of a sudden it all wanted to come so fast and come in like so fast. But now that I'm actually trying, it's not working. It's because you're trying. Stop trying. When you didn't try, it came like clockwork. It came fast. But now you're trying and you're putting so much energy into it. You're putting so much force into it. It's like, do you want it or do you don't? Like, and then it's like when you are now conscious, it's like, maybe it's going to work. Maybe it's not going to work. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. It's called wavering. You're wavering between two different realities. You're wavering between the reality that you're in now, the one that's like, you don't have what you want here. But then the reality where you do have, it's like, yeah, you have it. So when you're wavering, you're like going back and forth. Stop going back and forth. Stop going back and forth. Live truly in your head first. Live truly in the reality where you have what you have. You have what you want. You have what you desire. You have everything you want, and it's just instant. Live in that reality in your head first. And when you live in that reality in your head first, the outside physical realm, the outside physical world, 3D, the thing that you actually see, hear, and feel is going to comply with that. Now, I would do a more in-depth like talk about like the 3D, the 4D, shifting realities, how your subconscious mind is technically your own little personal god and how it does what it does and all the things that it does. So I could do that. I don't know. I might do it. Maybe. I don't know. Law of attraction. Now, there are two different things. They are two different things. Law of attraction and law of assumption are two different things. Now, okay, they're not too different, but they are different in terms of like rules. So, law of assumption is where whatever you assume to be true is true. Law of attraction is whatever you put out, whatever energy, whatever emotion that you put out, and whatever energy and emotion that you put out with repetition will come true, will come back to you. So if you're going around life and you're like, ugh, everybody treats me so bad, like nobody likes me, like everybody's treating me so bad, like, oh my god, you're so like, ugh, like nobody likes me, I'm like so insecure, like everybody's like looking at me weird and judging me. That's exactly what they're doing. Just because you're thinking that's what they're doing. Just because you're giving off this insecure energy, people are looking at you knowing that you're insecure because you're giving off the energy. And then now that you're giving off this insecure energy, you're going to attract more people. You're going to attract people who are insecure as well, who are like-minded as you, and then you will never grow because now you're surrounding yourself with insecure people as you are now already insecure. So now you're just like a little big ball of an insecure family. That's exactly what this is. So the next time you go out, the next time you go to a busy place like a mall or grocery store or whatever, realize that like everybody's looking at me like I'm that girl, like I'm that boy, like I literally am so amazing. I am so great. Like y'all wish I could be me. Y'all wish I could be around me. Like I am so amazing. And then you're going to attract people who are like-minded. And now y'all are one big ball of confidence. Go out to the world knowing that love is open, love is always there, it's always flowing, and let love flow out of you and you will attract love. And a lot of people are like, oh, I want to manifest my specific person, my SP. I want to attract love. I want to attract a new relationship. Okay, yeah, that's all fine and good, do that. But how can you attract the love that you crave from somebody else if you aren't giving yourself that love? How can you do that? It's almost physically impossible. It's kind of like the universe is like, you want this love, but you don't even show this love to yourself. So is this really the love that you want, or is this the love that you think you want? Because the love that you think you want from somebody else, you can easily give to yourself. Easily. No questions asked. But you are so fixated on wanting to feel love from somebody else, from wanting to feel love from another person, you're losing sight of the love that you could be giving yourself. And yes, you can manifest all you want. You can manifest this person all you want. Sure. But while you're manifesting them, and if you want to be a little patient and kind of just make it go slow, in that time that you're waiting, start focusing and pouring into yourself. And I promise you, it'll feel so good. And I don't mean that this has to happen if you're trying to manifest love. God knows it doesn't. You don't have to show yourself love first. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do this before you get it, because it's not something like a process. It's not a process. It's simply just a shift or a change. It's not a process. It's just a change. In the process, quote unquote, the process, you don't even have to worry about. You don't even have to think about it, because that's not your job. What you're doing or what you are manifesting, it's not your job to see what's going on in the background. It's not your job to see what's going on or what the universe is putting into place for you. It's not your job to see that. What your job is to say you want it, universe does it, and then you reap what the universe sows. You know what I mean? Anyways, so law of attraction is not about earning it, it's about claiming it. You know what I mean? So match the frequency, not the struggle. Struggle is for the losers who forgot their gods and forgot their creators. That's what struggle is for. A lot of people don't know that, because you're like, what? You look at people and they're struggling, you're like, oh, that's so sad. Like, you're struggling and you are doing this and doing that. Like, you can't pay your rent on time. You're homeless. You're this, you're this, you're this. And yeah, sometimes you look at those people and that gets so sad. But then you realize, just change your thoughts. Change your thoughts. Change your frequency. You know how to do that. You have to do that. Just change your thoughts. Changing your thoughts is enough to change your own frequency. When you realize that, like, hey, like if a homeless person started saying like, oh, I'm so rich, like I'm so rich, I'm so rich, all of a sudden they're getting more money from people. All of a sudden they're getting job opportunities. All of a sudden they're doing this. All of a sudden they're doing this. All of a sudden they're finding shelter. They're getting richer. But they didn't do anything. They just changed their thoughts. What did they do? They changed their thoughts. A lot of people aren't like, probably just like are so lazy that they don't even want to do that. They don't even want to change their thoughts to change their vibrational frequency. They're like, that's too lazy. Like, I just want it handed to me. This is being handed to you, but I'm not going to give you an amazing thing to an unworthy person. I'm not giving you life, creation, and power if you're not going to do anything with it. You know what I mean? So the universe is always looking and hearing you. So if you're always believing one thing or assuming one thing, attracting one thing, being one thing, that is exactly what you're going to get. I don't know how else to say it. Delusional equals divine. It equals divinity. It equals divine timing. It equals everything, okay? Like, I'm delusional on purpose. I'm a K-pop fan, okay? I'm a K-pop fan, and I am happy to admit it. I don't care if you don't like K-pop. I didn't ask you that. I am saying I like K-pop. Don't be going in my comments talking about something. Ew, you like K-pop? Ew. Yes, I do. And what? What are you gonna do about it? It's a music taste that I like and you may not like, and that is okay. But I didn't ask you if you like K-pop or not. But anyways, I am in love with K-pop, especially the group Stray Kids. Stan Stray Kids. I probably just summoned a whole stay. I just probably summoned a whole fandom, and that is a-okay. I love Stay. Not all stays, but most stays. Anyways, I'm delusional. I'd be like, oh my god, yeah, like Hyunjin, he is my man, he is my husband, like we are together. I'm delusional. Now that I'm not delusional with a purpose, that I'm just being delusional to be funny. But when I'm like manifesting an SP, manifesting a specific person that I see, I'm like, oh yeah, we are together. He is obsessed with me, blah, blah, blah. Like, I am just delusional in my own face. Like, I'm just like even in private, I'm being delusional. I'm being delusional with a purpose, because reality is just a mirror of my expectations. That's exactly what it is. It's just a mirror of my expectations. When I look at my life and I see where I'm living, I see how I'm living, I'm literally just living my past thoughts, my past assumptions, my past expectations. I'm literally just living in my past thoughts. So now that my present thoughts, my right now thoughts are so amazing and high vibrational and so blah, 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 I can only be happy and excited that my reality is going to match with that. That's it. Because where you are right now, whether you realize it or not, whether you remember it or not, you are living in your past thoughts. So if you had a thought today, tomorrow is going to be a reflection of that thought that you had yesterday. Do you get what I mean? If you go today, if I say today, oh yeah, like I'm living so amazingly, like I'm living in like a New York high-rise apartment with floor-to-ceiling windows, like it's just so amazing, and it's just like so normal for me because that's just where I live, you know. Tomorrow I'm gonna wake up in a New York City high-rise apartment. Like it's just how that is. Now I'm not gonna go to that extreme because yes, that does happen to some people. They go to sleep in one place, wake up in the next, and it's a whole new reality shifted. I know, I know. Don't worry, I know. I've seen it before. It's happened before. But what I'm saying is the smallest little thoughts, smallest little assumptions, smallest little expectations always come to fruition, no matter good or bad. Anyways, if people think I'm crazy, good. I'm too powerful for their small minded anyways. I'm too smart, I'm too powerful and too voluptuous and amazing for their small minds anyway. Like I don't know how to say it. Like when like when we are friends and close, and you obviously know that I don't live in a New York City high-rise apartment, but you know I'm over here talking about me living in a New York City high-rise apartment right now. You think I'm crazy? Sure, but I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. You don't know what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing. So then the next day, when you see me pop up in a New York City high-rise apartment, you're gonna be like, "Girl, what the hell? What happened? What happened?" You're gonna ask me questions. You're gonna be like, "How did you do this? How did you do this? Like, what happened? Like, how did you get this much money? How did you do?" Uh, 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 Just a second ago, you thought I was crazy. Just yesterday, you thought I was crazy. Now all of a sudden, I'm reaping what I sowed, and you're wondering why. You're curious. You're wondering how can you get on this train? Okay, well now I'm telling you, get on the train. Get on the train. Anyways, the problem with waiting. Now, let me say this right now. Waiting is a scam. It's a scam. Waiting is also an assumption. If you assume that you have to wait for your manifestations, that is exactly what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to wait. I don't wait. I get what I want. It's soul sucking, and it's a scam. It's soul sucking. It's a soul sucking, dick shrinking scam. Like that is exactly what it is. You either live in it now, in your mind, in your energy, or you don't live in it at all. I don't know what else to say. What are you waiting for? Who are you waiting for? There's nobody to wait for. If you're waiting on yourself. That's exactly what you're waiting for. You're not waiting on the universe. You're not waiting on God. You're not waiting for them. You're not waiting for this. You're not waiting for that. You're not waiting for the right time. You're not waiting for this. You're waiting, and that's the only reason. But you're waiting on yourself. Why are you what? Why are you like, oh yeah, I'm waiting on God to give it to me? Huh? What? You're waiting on yourself to give it to you? That doesn't make any sense, but okay. How? Like I said, how? It's not my job. It's not my job. Manifestation isn't about logistics. It's about deciding, feeling, and living before it shows up. That's exactly what it is. It's being delusional and then reaping the delusion. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So why do you care about how? Oh, I'm manifesting my confession from my crush. And then 2 seconds later, you're like, but how is that going to happen? Like, how is that going to work? Like, he told me he didn't like me before, and he is always around these other girls, and he is doing this and doing that. Why do you care how? Don't be nasty. Why do you care how? Why do you care how? And what do you mean how? Why do you care? One, why do you care? And Yeah, just why do you care? Why do you care how? It's not about logistics. It's not about how the planets are going to be aligned. It's not about how this and that, how the trees are going to blow and how the wind and what direction it goes in. It's not about what car is going to be this color. And it's not about this, not about that. It's not about the circumstances and how many classes you have with him. It's not about that. It's about the simple fact that he is yours. He's going to confess to you, and that is it. You don't care how. It could be over text, right? It could be through Instagram. It could be through TikTok. It can be through Facebook. It can be through Messenger. I don't care which one it is. It can be through anything. It can be in person, but you will never know because all you know is that it is yours and that it is happening. The universe takes it into their hands, into its hands, and figure out the how. The subconscious mind, your subconscious mind, is just a nice little piece. It's about like this big, not this big. It is this little bit of a piece to a, well, and she is not, okay, size wise, it's about this little big of a piece. But like knowledge, energetically wise, power wise, it's a lot bigger than that. It's a lot bigger than our minds can fathom. But it is a small piece of the universe. That's what your subconscious mind is. That is how we are extensions of the universe because our subconscious minds are the piece or the extension of the universe. So we all have a subconscious mind. I don't care what you say. We all have a subconscious mind. Now that is scientifically proven. We all have a subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is always moving. It is always finding answers. It knows the answer to every single question. I'm going to tell you that now. It knows the answer to every single question. It knows the realities. Every reality that could ever be created already exists. In this reality, I'm a 16-year-old sophomore and I'm a girl. In another reality, I could be a 16-year-old sophomore in college and I'm a boy. Like, I could be a flying cat with a rainbow coming out of his butt. I could be anything. I could literally be anything. I am all things, depending on what reality I'm in. Oh my God, my stomach hurts. Okay. Anyways, unapologetic desires. I want what I want because I'm meant to have it. Period. No apologies, no humble bullcrap. I want what I want because I want it. That's it. I want what I want because I'm meant to have it. It is basically written in the divine script that I have it. It is written in the divine movement, the divine flow, the divine whatever. I am meant to have it. It's basically written in the stars that I'm meant to have it. So when I want something, it's because future me already has it. Oh my God. Self-concept is king, queen, and God. If I see myself as a bad bitch magnet, everything bends for me. Confidence isn't earned, it's chosen. When you feel embarrassment for something that might be embarrassing to you, it may not be embarrassing for real. You just embarrassed because that's a feeling that you chose to feel. Embarrassment is a feeling I choose not to feel. It is simply just something I choose not to feel. Embarrassment, jealousy, envy, I don't choose to feel it. I don't. Because there's nothing on this planet that can make me feel jealous. There's nothing that I can do on this planet that makes me feel embarrassed. Everything to me is natural. It's one way or the highway. It's my way or the highway. You know what I mean? So if I'm feeling embarrassed, I can't even think of a situation where I could feel embarrassed. Because everything I'm doing because I want to do it. Okay. Anyways, breaking free from external reality. I'm gonna tell you something, and it's probably gonna be like, oh my gosh, what? Like, that's so crazy. Reality is old news. Like I was saying before, reality is old news. Reality that you're living now is your past thoughts. Reality that you're living today is the thought that you had yesterday. Okay? When you are and it's simple, like when you are at night making your to-do list of what you want to do tomorrow. Those are thoughts that you're having for the next day. So then the next day you do exactly what you thought about doing. It's basically the same thing. So it's the result, reality is the result of my old thoughts. I don't give two flying cruds what it looks like now. I don't. Why? Because it's old news. I already lived this. I already lived right here. I've already lived in this place. I've already lived in this building. I've already lived here. I've already done this in my head in the past. In the past, I already lived through this. So now that we're here, we're creating a new story. So then when the new story becomes reality, it's already like, I already lived through this. We're always in the future. We're always in the future. We're always in the future. At least mentally, we're always in the future. Energetically and mentally, we're always in the future. No, physically, we're in the present slash the past slash whatnot. We are just beings who are always moving forward. So what I mean by breaking free from external reality is the fact that when you are manifesting something, and it's going to be quite hard because it was hard for me, you have to ignore what we call the 3D. You have to ignore what the 3D is. The 3D is your physical reality. The reality that says that this wall is physical. That's 3D reality. This book back here is physical. This reality is where this podcast is playing in. Is the reality. Oh my god, my light is so bad. Okay. Whatever. This reality is a reality that says that if I look out the window, I'm going to see outside. This is the physical reality. And like I said, the physical reality is your old thoughts. So you can't have a future or a good mindset about the future if you're so focused on the past. You know what I mean? So you have to be like, this is what I want, this is what I have, I'm living in it now. So then when you wake up the next morning and you know you're still in this physical reality and it shows something different than what you are affirming for, you have to take it back. And sometimes people will be like, oh, that's what this is, that's what's happening. Then they get sad about it. No, baby. This reality isn't showing what's happening. This reality isn't telling you what's happening. This reality is showing you what you thought before. The 3D is the slowest version of reality to conform to your thoughts. First is the 4D, which is the future, I guess you could say. The future, it automatically commands, it automatically changes for what it is that you want. If you say, oh, I want $1 million, the 4D immediately changes to you having $1 million. In the 3D, what you are in now, what you are living now, where you are now, it is the mirror of the 4D. But it kind of has a hesitation. It kind of has like a little delay. It's like the 3D and the 4D are like outer layers of a bubble. The outest layer is the 4D and the inner layer is the 3D, and then you are directly in the center. When you are in the center of the 3D, that is your physical reality. That is where you live, how you live, where you go, how you speak, blah blah blah. It's basically it's life. But the 4D, when you throw out a command, it goes out of the 3D's perimeter and then it stays in the layer of the 4D, and it is just there. And now the reality of the 4D, it changes to whatever it is you affirmed. It is now that is just how it is. That is normal. That is the norm. That is it. So then once the 4D now has created that reality, created what that future looks like, the 3D, it is time for the 3D to start reflecting it. So then the 4D starts to shine through again because now the 3D has reflected it. So, and you're probably like, oh, but that sounds like such a long process. Like I have to wait for that. No, you don't. I just told you that the 4D is instant. What more do you want from me? I just said the 4D is instant. That means that once you have affirmed something one time, not multiple times, just one time, I have $1 million. That's one time. The 4D has now changed to that. And now the only thing you'd have to wait for is a 3D. And the 3D is a butthole. The 3D is a butthole. It literally, it'll delay. Okay, it'll delay. And in a lot of people, what we call movement is the way our 3D is confining, our way our 3D is projecting what it is showing us, what we see the 3D is. So movement would be the 3D is now moving to reflect the 4D. So when we don't see any movement, when we don't see any way that the 3D is reflecting the 4D, we get sad because it's like, I saw movement one day and now I'm not the next. What's happening? It's because not because but it's because the actual 3D is not going to be changing in one fluid motion. It's going to change maybe like 1 minute. It'll look the same the next minute. And then the third minute, it'll be fully changed. You know what I mean? So you may not see movement the first 30 times that you affirm. That's normal. That's normal. But just know that the 4D is doing what it's supposed to do. It did what it's supposed to do. And now it's time for the 3D to confirm it. And the way you can get the 3D to confirm it is just to continue affirming and to continue believing that what you are affirming is true and is honest. That's it. That's all you have to do. Change your thoughts. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. So then you have to just claim your dream life like it's already done. I'm not trying to manifest anything. I already have it. It's already mine. Once I have already, or say it, claim it, be it. That's my saying. You say it, claim it, and then you be it. That's it. That's it. That's literally it. That is the directions to manifest your dream life, to be in your dream life, to be in your dream reality. Say it, claim it, be it. Simple as that. Simple as that. I move, talk, breathe like the version of me who already lives in my dream life, who lives in my dream reality. There is nothing that stops or interferes my manifestation from happening. I like to watch Sammy Ingram and Rita Kaminsky. If you don't know, now you know. Okay, look them up on Instagram. They are amazing. Not Instagram, on YouTube. They are amazing. They literally will tell you everything that I'm telling you right now, just in shorter videos. So what it is, it's like I literally can't even explain it anymore. It's just say it, claim it, be it. That's literally it. Say it, claim it, be it. And nothing can interfere with your manifestation. Nothing, no one, nowhere. Everything is always working out in your favor. Everything is always working out behind the scenes for you. It's not for anybody else. It's not going to be like, oh, I manifested